take a brief review of what is availability and unavailability. Before going into the details of availability and unavailability, we must understand the basic concepts about thermodynamics. Thermodynamics is made up of two subwords. One is thermo and other is dynamics. Thermo means related to heat, related to thermal energy, and dynamics means the movement of the thermal energy. So the definition of thermodynamics goes like this. Thermodynamics is a science that deals with energy interaction and its effect on the properties of the system under consideration. So in the definition of thermodynamics comes the word system. We find in this universe energy interaction taking place almost everywhere. So we have defined our object about which we will study our energy interaction. So we define that object as our system. Suppose we consider this room. This room is our system. Then in thermodynamics we study whatever energy interactions are taking place, whether it is heat or work, from the rest of the surroundings and into this room. This is called thermodynamics. Another definition, in another word that comes into the definition of thermodynamics, heat. Up till the beginning of 18th century, heat was assumed to be an invisible fluid flowing from higher temperature to lower temperature. But the credit goes to Sadi Carnot, who defined heat as an energy flowing from high temperature to low temperature. So the statement that the heat flows from high temperature to low temperature is wrong. The correct statement is net heat flows from high temperature to low temperature. So heat is defined as the energy which flows from high temperature to low temperature. So we cannot say that the heat content of a particular body is 2 kilojoule or 20 kilojoule or 100 kilojoule, because heat cannot be stored. Like the electricity cannot be stored, we cannot store heat. So whatever energy flows because of temperature difference, that is called heat. So in the definition of heat, we come to know what is temperature. Temperature is defined as the kinetic energy of molecules. We know all inorganic materials consist of large number of molecules, and the molecules are not at rest. They are moving in random motion of the molecules characterize what is called temperature. So higher the kinetic energy or velocity of the molecules, higher is the temperature. The layman's definition of temperature is hotness or coldness of the body. But from a scientific point of view, temperature is the measure of the kinetic energy of molecules. So if we consider a rod, and metal rod, and heat up this end, so we are supplying heat to this end, then the molecules present at this end, they start vibrating with a larger velocity, so that the temperature at this end increases. Whereas the molecules here, they are also vibrating, but they are vibrating at a lesser pace. So we call that the temperature at this end is more and temperature at this end is less. So this is the basics of thermodynamics, heat and system. Coming to types of system, we can classify basically the system into open system, closed system and isolated system. So for this classification of system, we take into account the interaction between system and surrounding. If the interaction between the system and surrounding is of both mass and energy, then that system is called open system. For example, if we consider our system as this room, then air is coming in, air is going out, and air has got its own energy. So energy and mass both are coming in, and energy and mass both are going out. So this room is an example of open system. Whereas if we consider a container closed from all sides and some air is in it, then only energy can flow in or out, and we cannot have the mass flow in or out. So this is an example of closed system. Isolated system is defined as a system in which neither mass nor energy can incorrect. So if you cannot supply any amount of energy to this, neither the energy is not coming out, then this system becomes isolated system. Best example is a thermos flask. In case of a thermos flask, the energy, heat energy or work energy cannot go in, neither it cannot come out. There is no question of mass interaction. So this is an example of isolated system. When we talk about heat, in second law of thermodynamics, we have seen that heat is low grade energy, whereas work is high grade energy. So before comparing heat and work, we must understand what is the concept of thermodynamic work. Mechanical work is different from thermodynamic work. We know mechanical work as force into displacement, that is work. But in case of thermodynamic work, a system is said to do thermodynamic work on the surroundings if the system is able to lift some load in the surroundings. For example, if this is a system means whatever object or substance we are considering for studying the energy interaction, that is our system. Suppose this is our system, and if this system is able to lift some weight, however small the weight may be, if the system is able to lift the weight in the surroundings, then it is said that the system is doing work on the surroundings. Another example we can take of a simple battery having two terminals plus and minus. If we make our system as this battery, then whether the system is doing work on the surroundings? Yes. How? If you connect two wires, connect the motor, and the motor can lift a weight in surroundings. So by the battery, by our system, motor is running and weight is being lifted. So we say that this system is producing work or it is doing work on the surroundings. So in case of heat is said to be low grade energy, whereas work is said to be high grade energy. This is work and this is heat. This we conclude from second law of thermodynamics. So by the conclusion that heat is low grade energy, we mean that if we have some heat Q, say 100 kilojoule, if we supply this heat 100 kilojoule to some system, to some mechanism, and that mechanism is say producing work, then the heat is low grade energy. That is the reason that this work will not be equal to 100 kilojoule. So high grade energy, what we are obtained, is not equal to 100 kilojoule. This is the conclusion. Low grade energy is heat. So we cannot convert heat fully into work. Hence the heat is called low grade energy. Whereas we can convert work into heat fully. If we supply to this system 100 kilojoule work, then we can get 100 kilojoule heat as output. So work is said to be high grade energy and heat is said to be low grade energy. And from this concept of low grade energy, what is called available energy, this concept is developed. Because heat is low grade energy, we have two parts in any heat. Suppose this is amount of heat available with us. It has got two parts. One is available part and other is unavailable part. So this available energy or available part of heat is defined as the amount of heat that can be converted into work. Suppose we have 100 kilojoule work, say 100 kilojoule heat, and we can convert 60 kilojoule heat into work, then that 60 kilojoule becomes available energy and 40 kilojoules become unavailable energy. So whole of the heat cannot be converted into work. Whatever part of heat that can be converted into work is called available energy, and whatever part we cannot convert into work is called unavailable part. When we talk about available energy and unavailable energy, there is a lot of confusion between available energy and availability. Many books even say that available energy is equal to availability. But this statement is completely wrong. Available energy is that part of heat which can be converted into work, whereas availability is the the net work output coming out from a system. For example, if we consider a system, for example, we consider a turbine. Now this turbine takes input as some heat and it produces some work in the form of rotation of shaft. Suppose this heat is 100 kilojoule, definitely will not get work as 100 kilojoules, say work is 60 kilojoules. Because heat is low grade energy. Then what happens to that 40 kilojoule energy? Because we have the law of conservation of energy. So energy should be conserved. Whatever input we have given, that must be balanced with the output. So the rest of 40 kilojoule heat energy is wasted, goes out as waste. So what is available energy in this case? If we apply the concept of available energy to this 100 kilojoule heat, then this 100 is converted into work 60 kilojoule. So see, this 60 kilojoule energy is available energy. And what else is coming out of this system is 40 kilojoule heat. In this heat also, we will have two components. One component is available energy and other component is unavailable energy. Because we have seen the definition of available energy. So we have some heat, that part of it which can be converted into available energy, which can be converted into work is called available energy.